This is question number 11 from the 2000 Bgcse core/extended paper 2. A sailing race is over a triangular course, starting and finishing at the same point, A. The first leg of the course, AB, is 5 kilometers on the bearing of 60 degrees from A to a buoy B. The third leg, CA, is 6 kilometers with C due south of A. The question is, or the task is to make a scale drawing for the above information using a scale of 1 centimeter to represent 1 kilometer. And then part B, use a measurement from your diagram to find the actual distance BC and the bearing of C from B. Okay, so let us make a sketch of the situation first to help us to answer part A. Now, the journey of the boat is A, B, C. It's going to go from A. It starts at A and it ends at A. So just make the point A first. It's going to move from A to B. And that is going to be, let's say that is the north line. That's going to be 60 degrees right there. So this angle is going to be 60 degrees because the bearing was 60 degrees. Okay? And let us call this point here B. That's the north line from B. And the length of this journey, or this leg of the journey, is 5 kilometers. And then now, it's going to go to C from B. Okay? That bearing wasn't given to us in the question. But we were told that C is due south of A, so you just extend it straight down. So this is one straight line right here. It should be a straight line because north and south are parallel. So this would be the point C. And then it says CA is 6 kilometers. That's what the question said. Alright? So this line here is 6 kilometers. Okay? Now, to construct a scale drawing of this, we're going to need a ruler and our protractor to get the angles. Okay? So first of all, you need to make a point and call that point A. Alright? So here's the point A, and I'm going to do this in, let me do this in blue. Here's the point A. Good. Now, let us draw the north line from A, because why do we need this north line? We're going to need a bearing from A, and all bearings, we measure bearings from north, so you have to get a north line to get the 60 degree bearing from A, right? Now, let us use the protractor to get the line leading to B. Now this is, B is on a bearing of 60 degrees from A, okay? So you center the protractor at A, alright? And you're going to measure 60 degrees coming around clockwise from the north line, because remember, a bearing must be taken in a clockwise direction. So there it is, our north line is in line with our zero line on the protractor. So we go around to 60. We use the outer numbers because the 0 here is an outer number. So the bearing my 60 degree point, right? 60 degrees here. We put a dot at that 60 degree. Alright, just use it as our guide to draw the actual line. So we're going to use a ruler to get that line coming around. Alright. So draw the line from A now through that dot that we marked off, and that should be our 60 degree angle. Alright. Now, how long is that distance? That distance is 5 kilometers. And the question said that we're to use 1 centimeter to represent 1 kilometer. Now this ruler is scaled in millimeters, but we know that 10 millimeters is 1 centimeter. So to get 5 centimeters to represent that 5 kilometers, we have to stop at 50 right here. All right, let me make a big dot there. This point here is going to be the point B right there. That's B right there. Okay. Right there is the point B, that red marker. Okay. So let us label it B. Now, the next leg of the journey is going to end up at C. Now, what the question told us about C is that C is due south of A, and C is 6 kilometers from A. So we're going to need a line now stretching from A downwards south, straight down, which is 6 centimeters long, because that 6 centimeters is going to represent 6 kilometers, right? So here's 6 centimeters right here. So I'm going to put a dot where that C should end. C should end up right here. Okay, so let us draw the line now from A to C to represent that leg of the journey. Straight down 6 centimeters long, because 6 centimeters will represent that 6 kilometers based on the scale the question asked us to draw the thing at. Okay. Then we draw the line now from B to C. Remember, this red dot is where B is. Not all of this line is B, because B, A, or AB must be 5 centimeters long. So we draw the line. And in the meantime, let me just label these. This is 5 kilometers. And here will be 6 kilometers. Let me draw that line. From A to B. There it is. Use a different color. Use your ruler, of course, and draw the line coming straight down to C right there. So that is the line. That is the line BC. And of course, remember, here is C. So label it C. All right. You can also draw the north line from B. All right. And make it a habit when you're doing your bearings. Of course, you're going to use a ruler and draw this line. Don't do it with it. Don't do it freehand as I'm doing here. All right. So that is the scale drawing. 1 centimeter to represent 1 kilometer. That is the journey right there. And the angles are correct. Remember, we measured this angle and we got it to be 60 degrees. So this angle right here, of course, is going to be 60 degrees. All right. So all our measurements are in. So that's part A. And then part B says, use a measurement from your diagram to find the actual distance BC. Well, if we're using the diagram, all we need to do is measure it to find out how many centimeters. So that's BC right there. Now BC looks like 9.5 centimeters, right? And by the way, this was part A. Let me answer part B right here. Now, from the ruler, you see that BC, let's call it 9.5 centimeters, right? You're not going to be 100%, or 9.6 centimeters. Let's call it 9.6 centimeters here. This will be 9 centimeters, and then we have 6 millimeters, so that's 9.6 centimeters. Now, 9.6 centimeters, right? But that's not the actual distance. This is the distance on your drawing. Remember now that 1 centimeter represents 1 kilometer, so 9.6 centimeters. On the ruler, your answer would be 9.6 kilometers. So please remember to write your answer in km. This is the answer right here. This is what you get from the ruler. This is from your drawing, and this is the answer to the question they asked, because they want the actual distance BC. Okay, and then this is B1, and then B2. The bearing of C from B. The bearing of C from B. I'm going to draw the arc, and let me draw it in red to show you that angle. The bearing of B from C, or the bearing of C from B. Now it's from B, so it has to be from the north line of B. So coming around to the line leading to C. Now all of that red mark there will represent our angle, and as you can see, it's going to be a reflex angle. All right, let me pull it back out here. Now if you have one of those full round protractors, you could measure this angle at once, but if not, then what you can do is measure the smaller angle, or the corresponding obtuse angle, and subtract it from 360. So let us measure this angle here. Let us measure this angle, all of this angle, and subtract it from 360 to find the bearing, because remember, this is the bearing. This here is the bearing of this red arc here represents the bearing of C from B. Okay, so let us measure that matching obtuse angle and subtract it from 360 to find that bearing. Of course, to measure the angle, you center the protractor in the vertex of the angle. All right, make one of the lines, make one of the legs of the angle in line with the zero line on your protractor in that manner. So this one is on the zero line. Now where does the other line lead to? This is the other line, and of course remember, you should draw this with a ruler, not freehand. Now this is pointing to 150. Why 150 and not 30? This line that I'm starting from, the zero is on the outside, so you have to use the outside numbers because you're going to start at 0. So the outer number here, this other line, or the other leg of the angle, which is this north line, it's pointing to 150 degrees, so that obtuse angle is 150. Now remember that that's not our final answer. So to get the final answer now, we're going to take 150 from 360 degrees, because you wanted to find the reflex angle. So the answer is 210 degree. That is the bearing of C from B based on your drawing. So that is it for question number 11 on 2000 paper 2 BGCSE.